What is going on, guys? Slashmaster7 here, and today we are going to be talking about Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive, or Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15. Not really sure about how that's going to work in the title, but if you don't know, Final Fantasy 15 at their Uncovered event a couple of days ago, they announced this CGI, they call it CGI movie that is going to be accompanying Final Fantasy 15, the actual game. And they released a trailer for it. They brought out some voice actors for the English dub of it. And I gotta say, right off the bat, this has to be the most realistic computer-generated images I have ever seen. Like, watching this through, I couldn't tell if it was real or not, like if this was a cinematic trailer or if it was real people doing it. And then I was just thinking about it, they kind of have to have CG going on. Like right now, you can see on the trailer in front of you, some parts look really, really real, and some parts you're like, okay, it's CG. But for the most part, this whole thing just looks beautiful so far. They don't really have too much information about it other than the fact that it's going to be kind of like a side story to Final Fantasy 15 itself. Like, this is supposed to be going on during the game as you're playing through it as Noctis, and this is what's going on back at your kingdom, the kingdom of Lucius. I don't know however you say that. I'm not too good with the names right now because I haven't played the game, but I will in a couple of months. So, just a little bit of a synopsis that they have. The magical kingdom of Lucius is home to the hallowed crystal, but the menacing empire of Niflheim will stop at nothing to make it theirs. War has raged between the two for as long as most can remember. King Regis of Lucius commands an elite force of soldiers dubbed the Kingsglaive, wielding their king's magic. Nyx Ulrich, and his fellow glaives stand before the crown city in Insomnia, fighting to stay the inexorable advance of Niflheim's imperial army. Before the overwhelming military might of the empire, King Regis can only salvage his kingdom by accepting an ultimatum. He must cede all land outside the crown city and see his son, Prince Noctis, wed to Lady Lunafreya, the former princess of Tenebrae, I don't know, now captive of Niflheim. As the War of Wills rages, the machinations, the machinations of Niflheim transform Insomnia into an awe-inspiring battleground, pulling Nyx into a struggle for the very survival of the kingdom. So, from that, you can kind of get an idea of what the movie is going to be about. The main character is not Noctis, it is actually this guy called Nyx. And from what we know, he is going to be voice acted by Aaron Paul, who, I don't know, is really famous. I've never heard of him myself, but seems like a cool guy, and this Nyx guy seems like a pretty badass character, and from what I saw in the event, they seem like a pretty good fit. So the other main characters will be King Regis, Noctis' father, king of the Lucius Empire, will be voiced by Sean Bean, and the voice of Lunafreya, the princess that Noctis is to marry, will be voiced by Lena Headey. So, just a little bit of information there. Other than that, though, we just have some minor things that we know. It's being produced by Sony, obviously. And also, the director of this movie is going to be the same director that directed Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So Takeshi Nozue, if I'm saying that right, I think. He is also going to be taking the position on the movie Kingsglaive, which is pretty cool because, I don't know about you, lots of people said the Advent Children was weird, but you can't deny it worked, and it looked really good. It followed a good story. I liked it, so I'm kind of excited for Kingsglaive, and it looks so beautiful. I'm watching the trailer right now as you are, and gosh, does it look good. But other than that, I don't think we know too much about it. A little bit of An interesting thing that I found the other day, just scrolling through my Twitter, on Final Fantasy 15, the official Twitter page, English Twitter page, Final Fantasy 15 EN, there's a tweet that says the actors for hashtag Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15 announced at hashtag Uncovered Final Fantasy 15 will not be reprising their roles in the full Final Fantasy 15 game. Now this is kind of an interesting thing to see. It's gonna bother me quite a bit, in my personal opinion, because I like things to be consistent. Like, I watch anime and I hate when they change voice actors, or in video games, whatever. So for them to change voice actors moving from this movie to the game, and they're supposed to coexist, it's gonna be really weird. But hopefully it won't be too terrible, and I'm sure we'll live with it because it's going to be great no matter what. But other than that, we don't know too much about it, other than it's supposed to release before the game, so sometime before September 30th, 2016, and that's about it. So any other news or information that comes up, I will keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.